Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We are looking at the Weapon Master Prestige class out of the Sword and Fist from 3rd edition D&D. This is one of two of the last Prestige classes in the book. The other one's the War Master. So without further ado, let's dive into the Weapon Master. The requirements is a base attack bonus of +5, an intimidate of 4 ranks, proficiency with your weapon of choice. Your weapon is needs to be a masterwork weapon unless your weapon of choice is unarmed. So a monk can gain this class, but the requirements of feats might slow you down as a monk. You need dodge, mobility, combat reflexes, expertise, weapon focus, whirlwind attack, and dex of 13 or higher. Now, if you've taken a level into this class, your hit dice is a d10, so you'll gain d10 hit points every time you level in this class. Skill points at each level is 2 plus intelligence modifier. The skills are intimidate, knowledge, weaponry, listen, sense motive, and spot. And listen and spot become perception for pathfinder. So without further ado, let's look at the table. At first level, your base attack bonus is +1. By 10th level, it's +10. So you got a fighter's base attack bonus progression. Your fort and your will saves are your worst saves for the prestige class. They'll start at a +0 at first level, and they'll be no better than a +3 at 10th level. Your reflex save starts at a +2 and will end at a +7 at 10th level. Let's look at the specials you get. At first level, you get key damage once per day per level. At second level, you get increased multiplier once per day. At third level, you get superior weapon focus. At fourth level, you get increased multiplier 2 per day. At fifth level, you get superior combat reflexes. At sixth level, you get increased multiplier 3 per day. At seventh level, you get key critical. At eighth level, you get increased multiplier 4 per day. And at 9th level, you get key whirlwind attack. And at 10th level, you get increased multiplier 5 per day. Excuse me. So let's go read what those specials mean. Class features, key damage. After you score a hit with your weapon of choice, you do not roll dice to determine the damage. Instead, you figure the normal maximum damage. Not a critical hit you can inflict with the weapon and do that much damage to the target. So with a longsword, you would do a d8, so you do 8, and if your strength is +3, you would do 11 points. And that's each time you do that. If you have anything that does extra damage, like your power attack or sneak attack, you calculate those normally. Increase multiplier. Determine the standard critical multiplier for your weapon, and you only get this once per day every even level. Determine the standard critical multiplier of your weapon of choice. So for a longsword, it's ×2. With this ability, you increase the multiplier by a +1. So now it's a ×3 when you're using this ability. You must declare the use of this ability before you roll any damage dice. Superior weapon focus. Stacking with an existing weapon focus bonus, this adds an additional +1 to all attack rolls with the weapon master's choice of weapon. Superior combat reflexes. This ability lets you make a total number of attacks of opportunity in a round equal to your dex modifier plus your wisdom modifier. That's cool. That's a lot of attacks of opportunity. Key critical. Gain the improved critical feat for free. If you already possess this feat, add an additional +2 to your weapon of choice's threat range for critical hits. Key whirlwind. You can make a whirlwind attack as a standard action rather than a full attack action. Multi-class notes. Monk characters can freely multi-class with this class. In other words, you can give your monk PC a weapon master's level and then return to the monk class and then return to this back and forth, however you want. The monk class in 3rd edition D&D couldn't multi-class. As soon as you multi-classed, you were forbidden from ever gaining any more monk levels. You didn't lose your monk abilities, but if you multi-classed at 5th level, you can no longer progress as a monk beyond 5th level in 3rd edition D&D. So this is the Weapon Master. So far, it seems to be built pretty solid. There's not a lot I would want to do to change anything, which is something to be said. There's only a handful of prestige classes that are like that from the older edition. So if there's any changes you would make, put them in the comments below. Until we all game again, guys.